Make it bang.
All right, guys, this your boy Stogie coming at you from Palm Beach, Harley Davidson. I'm going to show to you the Mulholland and the LiveWire S2 Del Mar, okay? Both of these bikes are under the LiveWire division. We're going to go into all of the specs on the bikes. We're going to even do a test ride on it, and I'm going to show you exactly how they feel, okay? Well, I ain't going to show you how they feel. I'm going to tell you how they feel, all right? Well, appreciate you guys. Welcome to the Stogie side. Have a happy Harley day. Let's go! All right, guys, so listen, we got the S2 Del Mar, and the Mulholland sitting right here. The black one is the Mulholland. The blue one is the S2 Del Mar. I'll be going into both of these in just a second. I'm going to walk outside and I'm going to show you both of the bikes. I got everything already set up. You guys are going to absolutely love this. We're going to go. Let's go see. Are you excited about the S2 Del Mar? I know I am. I love this motorcycle, but I don't know which one I like more. I don't know if I like the Mulholland more or if I like the S2 Del Mar more. So I'm going to test ride both of these bikes and I'm going to show you exactly, or I'm going to tell you exactly how they feel. All right. Appreciate y'all. Let's go. All right, guys, so I am going to go over both of these motorcycles. This here is the S2 Del Mar. This is called Mill Race Blue. I'm going to go over all of the color options in a second. I just wanted to do a quick walk around of the bike. I wanted to show you. Now, a lot of people are not excited about electric, but I love it. Me personally, I own an electric car, the Mach-E Mustang, so I'm really a big fan of the electric, okay? So I wanted to show you the S2 Del Mar first, and now I want to show you the newest, latest, and greatest, the Mulholland, okay? The Mulholland, this is the lunar white and gray, just so you guys could see. I'm going to go over all of the specs. I'm going to go over the tires, the shocks, everything, charging ranges, all of that good stuff. The only thing that I'm not going to really do today is focus on the screen. I'm going to do an actual class on the screen. I'll do that at a later time. But for the length of this video, I'm going to just give you guys these two motorcycles, okay? So we're going to continue. I'm going to transfer back over to the S2 Del Mar. Let's get ready to rock and roll, all right? Peace out. All right, guys, so the very first thing that the S2 Del Mar has is a two-up seat, okay? That is a two-up seat. We're gonna go over comfortability once I do the test ride. I'll tell you how that feels. But the seat height on the S2 Del Mar is 30.9 inches. So you might be a little tall to ride this one, okay? I think 30.9 inches can ride somebody comfortably 5'6", if I'm not mistaken. 5'6" or 5'7". So if you're around those heights, the seat height should be clear enough for you. The ground clearance is 6.49 inches, right? So the ground clearance, that is the bottom of the bike to the ground. That lets you know how far the bike is off of it, okay? The length of the bike, for those of you trying to get this into the garage, you're gonna be looking at about 87.5 inches for the bike, okay? 87.5 inches for the bike, right? That's what the length of the bike is for those of you trying to get the bike in the garage. Now, don't forget the S2 Del Mar comes in 3 different colors. You have the Nimbus Gray, okay? The Nimbus Gray. You have the Mill Race Blue, and you have the Asphalt Black, okay? Nimbus Gray, Mill Race Blue, and Asphalt Black, okay? So now, let's transition into some more deep specs of the bike, all right? The rake on the bike is 24 degrees, Okay, so the rake, once again, I like to explain this in my videos because a lot of people don't know what it is and how it benefits you. But the rake helps you with the maneuverability of the bike. So the smaller the rake, the better the handling of the bike will be. So the rake is generally from the access point here. You draw a line straight up, the access point here, draw a line straight up, and the degree from that line to the fork, that is rake. Now, the shorter that distance is, the better maneuverability you have. The longer that distance is, like if you have a 34-inch rake, a 36-inch rake, the less maneuverability you have, but generally you have more stability on the bike, okay? The trail goes from this line here down, and it's the amount of inches that the tire is on the road. So you're looking at about 3.6 inches of tire that actually hits the road. That's really good for this bike, okay? Now, the front tire is coming in at 130, 80, 19. So that's a 19-inch rim. As you guys can see, that is single-sided rotor, right? So you have the single-sided rotor, and then obviously you're running Brembo brakes onto the bike, okay? All the S2 Del Mars come with ABS, so that is a safety feature that comes onto the bike. And the tires are Dunlop, right? Check out the tread on that tire, right? That is a very street-oriented tread. I love the way that rotor is not on both sides. It gives it a better look. I think given that open wheel dynamic, that's kind of one of the things I like about it. The rear tire is coming in at about 140, 80, 19. So one of the few Harleys, or I should say, motorcycles that have the same rim in the front and the same rim in the back. The tire on the back is a little bit bigger, but you still have the same concept, still running the Brembo brakes and the same tire tread onto the motorcycle, okay? Now, one of the other good things is, let's talk about this. The 4-inch screen display that comes on the LiveWire. Now, once again, guys, I'm not going to go into this heavy. I'm just going to pop it on for you guys real quick. Just want you to see how it turns on. And it's not going to start unless I hop on it and go from there. Whoop, check tire pressure. I got to put some in there before I go on that test ride, okay? But that generally happens when the bike sits for a while and the tires are cold, okay? But we see where the screen, and as far as the display that is on the screen, okay? So I just wanted to show you that, guys. That's the 4-inch solar display. You are able to connect the LiveWire app to that, right? The LiveWire app is cool because it allows you to track your time, your mileage. You get to plan routes and different things of that nature, okay? The top speed on this bike is 101 miles per hour, 101 miles per hour, coming in at 84 horsepower onto the bike, okay? So I think this is a torquey little joker. That's what I personally think. Now, I've ridden both of these before, right? I've ridden them, but I just wanted to do a review because we never did really a comparison review. The good thing about the S2 Del Mar is that the battery life on the bike is a 5-year warranty, okay? The manufacturer warranty is 2 years. That comes automatically with it, but the warranty for the battery is 5 years, okay? Now, let's go around to this shock, okay? Now, this is one of the selling points of the motorcycle. The travel on this bike is 4.73 inches, okay? So the travel, it allows you to have the dynamic of having the motorcycle have more suspension, less or more. If you go into right here, Harley gives you a spanner wrench where you can adjust that to have more travel or less travel, okay? That will allow the bike to be extremely bouncy like that, or to be bow like that. It just depends on how you like to ride for the motorcycle, okay? Now, the good part about that is that that is a Showa shock, okay? A Showa, the monoshock with progressive linkage, okay? That monoshock just means that it's one shock, it's not two. And on there, and that's how the suspension for the LiveWire is set up. In the front, you're running the Showa 43 millimeter tubes on the suspension in the front, and it comes in both of them. So it's still giving you the shower shock, and it's allowing you to run those in on the bike. And you see you have inverted forks to help with the braking, okay? So the good part is that you have the linkage braking, the monoshock linkage with the shocks, in addition to the front shower shocks, in addition to Brembo brakes, man, and ABS. This bike is full of safety features, okay? Now, the weight of this is about 436 pounds, okay? About 436 pounds of weight onto the bike, okay? Now, last thing, we're gonna go into charging and range, okay? Charging and range. So, if you know anything about the LiveWire is giving you a level 1 and a level 2 charger, okay? It does not, I'll show you this real quick. Okay, bam. So that's a level 1 and a level 2 charger, okay? The LiveWire 1 can take a level 3. The difference is that the LiveWire, the level 1 and 2 can plug into a 110 outlet, or they can plug into a 220 outlet. Those are like the ones that you plug into your washer and dryer, okay? Now on a level 1, if the battery is between 20 and 80%, from 20 to 80%, you're going to get about 5.9 hours to charge, okay? That's if you're on a 20% range and you're trying to get to 80. If you go to the, now from 0 to 100, it's going to take about 8.5 hours to do that from 0 to 100. If you were on a level 2 charger at 20 to 80%, you're going to be around 78 minutes, okay? 78 minutes, which is about an hour, 20 minutes. Which is a lot less, because that's a lot faster, because that's level 2. You have more energy, more power, more kilowatts going into the bike. The level 2 charger will give you 142 minutes if you're going from 0 to 100. So that's about maybe 2 hours, 10 minutes, somewhere in that ballpark, give or take, okay? Now, the range on this bike, okay? The range is going to give you in the city about 113 miles, okay? In the city, it's going to give you about 113 miles. Just wanted to give some close-up shots of the bike so you guys can see it. On the highway, you're going to get about 70, and combined, you'll get about 86 miles to each charge. Now, this is all based upon you going about 55 miles an hour, okay? About 55 miles an hour, all right? All right, guys. Well, listen, man, I went over the S2 Del Mar for you guys. I wanted to make sure you guys saw it. Let's see if we can get a quick shot of the lights real quick. Just want you guys to be able to see that. Hard to see it in the daytime, but I just wanted to turn them on for you and let you know that they are running LED lights, okay? All right, guys, let's go ahead and transition over to the Mulholland. We'll be right back. Let's go. All right, guys, so we have the Mulholland. All right, the Mulholland comes in 3 different colors also, right? You have the lunar white, you have the liquid black with red, and you have the liquid black with black. Now, when they say liquid black with red and liquid black with black, they're just talking about the seat color, because the whole bike is absolutely black. You can see that in the pictures that I just shown you, okay? One of the coolest features right out the gate is that the bike is liquid cooled. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that bike is ready for you. It will not get hot. That is one of the benefits of riding an electric motorcycle, right? You get to have cool rides. You're in that city traffic. You don't have to worry about the bike overheating or anything like that. The weight of this motorcycle is coming in at 432 pounds, right? For those of you trying to get it into the garage, once again, you're looking at about 85.75 inches, okay? That seat height, 30.25 inches. Nice little seat height, right? But once again, this is designed for someone about 5'6" and higher. 5'6", 5'7". If you're around that height, you should be able to ride this bike extra comfortable, okay? The ground clearance is 5.75 inches. That is from the bottom of the frame to the ground. That is important to know. Once again, like we talked about with the S2 Del Mar, that is important to know because you want to know what you're riding over, okay? The rake on this is a little bit different than the S2 Del Mar, okay? The rake is a little bit different. You're a little further out. You're going to come in at 29 degrees rake, okay? I showed you how to do rake again, right? From the axis point here, draw a line straight up, go over. That distance is a degree. That's 29 degrees. The trail is from that same point down, and the amount of tire that's on the ground, that is trail, and that's 5.5 inches. So you got more tire on the ground, you got a longer rake, so that's what that is for the motorcycle, okay? The front tire, you're still running Dunlops on both tires, on both bikes. The front tire is 120, 70, 19. Still running the single side swing arm, just so you can see that. Gives that bike the very good open wheel, right? You still have that, the floating rotors in there, along with the Brembo brakes, okay? You still have them. You also have ABS on here, for those of you that see that little black circle around the nut, right at the axis point. And look at those tires. Those are definitely street tires. Oh my God, right? This bike almost gives you like an electric dirt bike feel. That's the one thing that I like about it, right? And so in the back tire is running 180, 55, 17. So unlike the S2 Del Mar, these are two different tire sizes, okay? Two different tire sizes onto the bike, okay? Now, just like we did the travel on this is a little bit higher, right? Coming in at 5.3 inches, right? I'm sorry, that's not true. That's the one on the front, okay? 5.3 inches is the travel in the front. In the rear, you're 3.9 inches. Man, I almost had some bad info on YouTube. Man, these guys go crazy if you post one thing wrong. But I love my Stoganites, okay? But rear is 3.9 travel for shock, right? So once again, you can adjust the travel here that can make it a little bit more bouncy, or you can make it where it's solid. And if you go over a bump, it feels like that's what it is, okay? So that is the travel onto the bike. Now, top speed on this bad boy is coming in at 0 to 60 in 3.3 seconds. You're running about 84 horsepower on here. You are running top speed at 99 miles per hour. 99 miles per hour, okay? I'm going to turn this on for you guys. The screen display is the same. The 4-inch screen display, that's good also. Excuse the pixelation from the camera, guys. That's going to do that a little bit. But we got to check the tire pressure on this one too. All right, so that's the good part about the screen, okay? It still gives you the 5-year battery warranty, 2-year manufacturer warranty, and it still comes with the LiveWire Connect app, okay? So we'll do a presentation on that all together. While I got this on, let me show you the light, the LED light in the front, right? That doesn't look like much now, but at night, that really gets really bright, okay? So the range on the bike, okay, the range on the bike is 121 in the city. Let's go here. 121 in the city. You're looking at 73 highway and 91 combined. Okay, so the range is a little bit better on the Mulholland. Now, they asked me why. I don't know. I couldn't tell you that. Maybe it's because it's a little bit lighter. I don't know, right? So that's just what it is. And this is also based at the bike going 55 miles per hour on the Mulholland. Okay, charging time for the Mulholland. Okay, if you do if you go from 20% to 80%, it's going to give you about 5.9 hours. Now, just so you guys know, the reason why these stop at 80% is because on the level 3 chargers, that's where it charges fast all the way up to. And then once you get 80% of the battery, they bring the kilowatts down, and the energy that they bring into the bike, they bring it down tremendously. So that's why they do 20% to 80%, because generally people don't go down past 20% when they're charging. From 0 to 100 on level 1 charging, those were both on level 1 charging. 0 to 100 is 9.1 hours, right? 9.1 hours on the charging for that. And then on level 2 charging, it's a little bit faster. at 78 minutes from 20 to 80%, and 0 to 100, you're looking at 142 minutes, okay? So those are the charging times on the bike. Now, let me show you also, so you can see that's level 1 also, guys. Okay, level 1 also, okay? So I just wanted you to see that and give you guys a good feel of the motorcycle, okay? Now, one thing that both of these have in common, the one thing that I like that both of them have in common, is both of them have 5 different modes on the bike, okay? 5 different modes on the bike. You have sport mode. Sport mode gives you the ability to have high acceleration in the throttle. You have road mode. Road mode gives you a balance between sport and range. It gives you the ability to have a little power, but it's also saving on your battery life, okay? Range is like straight highway use. Like you're gonna need the most efficient part of your motorcycle is gonna be on that range as far as trying to save battery life. And then you have rain mode, which takes the power out of the throttle so that it can ride favorably in wet conditions, okay? And then the last one, you have where you can customize an A or B in those digital displays. You can go into the app in here and in there. You go into the app from your phone and customize how you want the bikes to ride. So if you want a little bit of sport and a little bit of range, if you want a little bit of road and a little bit of rain, it just depends on what you want, okay? So I just wanted to give you guys what both of them can do. I thought that was pretty cool. Last thing too, forgot to go over the shock. The shock is an Hitachi shock, okay? Hitachi shock on the Mulholland, Hitachi. They still have the monoshock also with the progressive linkage, and that front shock is still Hitachi running 43 millimeters, okay? Well, we appreciate you guys, man. We're about to go on a test ride. Y'all ready to go with me? Listen, I'm gonna pop the cameras on the bike. We're gonna go out, we're gonna give y'all some good footage, and let's have a little fun on the Mulholland and the S2 Del Mar. Let's go! All right, guys. We are about to go get on the S2 Del Mar right now. Let's got this bad boy ready. Let's go ahead and pop the kickstand up. Let's go. Oh yeah, it's nice and quiet already. I can tell you this, it feels funny not grabbing a clutch. Let's go. All right, guys. So, S2 Del Mar in the books. I like it. I don't know if this is the bike for me, but I definitely like it for inner city riding. The torque on this is insane. I can ravel this bike up against any stage 2, and I guarantee you it can get out on it, okay? the power on this bike from 0 to 60, man, that is very real, okay? 3.3 seconds, that definitely feels like it. So I just thought that was a cool ride. Loved the braking on it, loved the way that the bike felt. Seat is a little hard. Seat is a little hard, but I guess it's for local riding. It's not designed to be ridden for 4 or 5 hours. It's designed to be ridden locally, okay? So we're gonna see how this Mulholland stack up against it, and I'll give you my personal opinion of that one. Let's go. All right, guys, we about to ride the Mulholland. Let's see how it feels. Y'all ready to rock and roll? Oh yeah, we about to get it cooking. Oh yes, we already going. Yeah, let's see what happens here. All right. I definitely love the way this feels better already. I ain't gonna even front. All right, guys, listen, Mulholland, hands down, the Mulholland is the better riding bike. Oh my God. This is what I think I like about it, the handlebar setup. For me, that was the perfect riding position for this bike. Power felt the same. The horsepower, the riding of the bike, it just felt the same. The seat is still hard, but the riding position of the handlebars, the way they place this, oh my God, guys, this is the bike. If you're trying to choose between Del Mar and the Mulholland, this is easy. This is a no-brainer. The Mulholland, hands down, is the better of the two bikes riding, in my personal opinion, okay? We appreciate you guys, man. Listen, I hope y'all like, comment, subscribe. I hope y'all like what I'm doing with the channel. I'm just hopping off the bike. We about to get both of them in here. Let's see what we can do. We're going to get both of them in there. Now, you might like the Del Mar a little bit more. That's okay. I'm okay with that. But for me, that Mulholland was the baby, all right? We appreciate y'all. Have a happy holiday. Let's go.